Hello students, welcome you all. So today we are going to discuss simple interest, then we'll discuss compound interest. So we'll start with a problem here. A sum of 10,000 rupees is borrowed at a rate of interest 15% per annum for 3 years. Find the simple interest on this sum and the amount to be paid at the end of 3 years. So here you know there is a formula for simple interest which was equal to what? PRT divided by 100. So who was P? P was principal. Then R was rate of interest. Then T was time. Who is SI? SI is your simple interest. Okay, so here who is principal? Principal is the amount that is borrowed. So this is your P, principal. Rate of interest is 50% per annum. So this is your R. Time is 3 years. This is your T. Now what we have to find? Simple interest. So SI is equal to PRT by 100. So P is your 10,000 into R is your 15 into T is your 3 divided by 100. So you can cancel zeros. Then 15 into 3 45, 4500. 4500. So this is the amount that to be paid as interest, okay, or simple interest for 3 years. Now we also have to find the amount to be paid at the end of 3 years. Now amount, in short we call it A. Amount is equal to what? Principal plus simple interest. So sum of principal and simple interest is amount. So amount is your simple interest 4,500, principal is your 10,000. So 10,000 plus your 4,500. So it will be equal to 14500. 14,500 will be the amount after 3 years. So these are the process for simple interest. Now we will move to compound interest. So what is the difference between simple interest and compound interest? Look, in simple interest the rate of interest is fixed here 15%, okay, and suppose for 10,000 rupees for first year simple interest is equal to 10,000 into 15 by 100. So 20 can be cancelled, it will be equal to 1,500. Okay, for second year simple interest will be equal to same. On 10,000 rupees you have to pay this 1,500. For third year the interest will be same 1,500. But in case of compound interest it is little bit tricky, little bit different. What? For the first year compound interest is equal to same as simple interest, SI. Compound interest and simple interest are same. That means for the first year it will be 1,500. Okay, but for second year the principal changes. Who changes? Principal. Who becomes the principal? Principal becomes this 10,000 rupees plus this. Principal becomes 10,000 plus this 1,500. That will be equal to 11,500. So you have to pay the interest of 11,500 for the second year. Okay now, and for the third year the principal will similarly change. Okay, so now we will take an example through which we will get a better idea. So now we will move to compound interest. We will start with an example. A sum of 10,000 rupees is borrowed at a rate of interest 15% per annum for 3 years compounded annually. Find the amount to be paid at the end of 3 years. So we'll try to solve it and we'll try to understand what is compound interest here. So what are the data given here? Here data is 10,000 rupees is borrowed. So here P is equal to 10,000. Then you have rate of interest, that is R. r is equal to 15, then time t is equal to 3 years. Okay, now we will move here year by year. We have to find the amount for 3 years. Now we will find amount for first year is equal to, amount for the first year will be equal to, here 15% is interest. Okay, we don't need the interest only, we need the principal also. So 100% will is the principal, 15% is the interest. So principal for the first year will be amount for the first year will be what, 115% of 10,000, which will be equal to 10,000 into 115 by 100. Okay, you can find the answer here. You can cancel 2 zeros, so it will be equal to 11500. So this is the amount for the first year. Then we will move to amount for second year. Okay, so which will be equal to again 115% of what, the new principal. So 115% of 11500. So it will be equal to 11500 into 115%. Now you can cancel 2 zeros, then it will be equal to 13225. So rupees 13,225. So this is the amount for the second year. Now we'll move to for the third year. Amount for third year, it will be equal to again 115% of this 13,225. So it will be equal to 13225 into 115 by 100. So it will be equal to, now no zero will be cancelled, so 15208.75. okay, so this will be the amount for the third year. Okay, so this much amount you have to pay in order to close your account. Okay, now if you can remember amount in simple interest, that was equal to 14,500. Now here you can see amount in the compound interest is 15,208 rupees 75. But here we will draw one formula. Okay, so we'll try to draw a formula here, derive a formula here. So for the first year, in short, the amount was, for the first year, the amount was 10,000 into 115 by 100. So this was for the first year. For the second year, it was equal to into 115 by 100. This was what we have already done. I am writing it short only. For the third year, it was equal to 115 into 115 by 100, isn't it? So for the 3 years, the amount was this. Now we'll just write it in a different way. So it will be equal to 10,000 into, you have 115 by 100. I'll just write it like this: 100 plus 15 by 100. 115 is divided like this, into 100 plus 15 by 100 into 100 plus 15 by 100. Okay, so it will be equal to 10,000 into, now you can write it like this: 100 by 100 plus 15 by 100. Okay, so 100 by 100 will be 1 plus 15 by 100 into, you can write it in bracket, into 1 plus 15 by 100 into 1 plus 15 by 100. Okay. Now you can give a bracket here. It will be equal to like this: 10,000 into 1 plus 15 by 100, 1 plus 15 by 100 into 1 plus 15 by 100. We can write it like this: 1 plus 15 by 100 to the power 3. 3 times it has been multiplied. So this will become a formula, but we will write it in terms of some terms like 10,000. What was 10,000? 10,000 was your principal. So instead of 10,000 we will write P into 1 plus who was 15? 15 was the rate of interest. 1 plus R by 100 to the power n, and who is n here? N is equal to time here. Okay. In simplicity test we are using T for time. Here we are using n for time. Okay. You can use T also, but normally we use n here. Okay. So this is your formula for amount in compound interest. Oh, what is the formula? P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. Okay. So this is your formula, and the shortest way, that is, I have told you to you can try it like this also in this method, or you can try the formula method. Okay. So this is it about compound interest. Well, some of the cases arises when the interest compounded is not annually. Here the interest compounded is annually. In some cases it may be half yearly. Well, what do you mean by compounded half yearly? Look, the interest when is paid once in a year is compounded annually, but when the interest is charged twice, half yearly means what? 1 year. We will divide 1 year to half. That means in a year the interest charge will be 2 times and the compounding will be 2 times. Therefore, if compounding is 2 times, for 1 year it is 15%. Half yearly means for 6 months. Will it be 15%? No, it will not be 15%. It will be half of 15. So rate R will be equal to here 15 by 2. Very simple. When suppose the interest compounded is for 3 months. Okay. Every 3 months the interest is being compounded. That means here in a year, 1 year equal to 12 months, and 3 months means in every 3 months interest is being paid. So 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. That means in a year 4 times the interest will be compounded. So here rate of interest is 15%. So new rate of interest will be here 15 divided by 4. Okay. Similarly, when suppose the rate of interest compounded every 4 months, I will clear it all, every 4 months. Now you have 1 year is equal to 12 months. Now 12 divided by 4 equal to 3. That means the compound interest will be compounded 3 times a year. Now for 1 year it is rate of interest is 15%. When it is compounded 3 times, okay, so it will be equal to 15 divided by 3. So it will be equal to 5%. Okay, na? So when such type of case arises, the rate of interest will be changed. Okay, and according to the compounding, if it is being compounded 2 times, then you will have to divide 2. If it is being compounded 3 times in a year, you have to divide it 3. If it is being compounded 4 times a year, then you have to divide 4 in the rate of interest. So you will get a better idea on this when we will discuss the exercise. So we will discuss the exercise in the next video. Okay, thank you.